The fight against poverty has been going on for centuries. So why are the poor still with us? Is it possible to make real progress in putting an end to poverty? And if so, how? The BASICS Tijuana Ministry is one of the organizations that's trying to understand and alleviate poverty one person or family at a time, face to face. In this way, they help communities to help themselves. Money for projects is certainly part of this solution, but this group's most powerful weapon in the fight against poverty is love. There are over 250,000 people living in slums just east of Tijuana, and it's here that the Tijuana Ministry does its work. Each summer, they organize groups of volunteers who make week-long trips to the city, and they include all ages, from high school kids to grandparents. And they make the trip for one reason: to show the people there that they love them, care about them, and want to help them. To do this, the ministry uses 5 programs. There's a program for mothers, one for teens, another for children, one that's focused on construction, and finally, a scholarship program. Poverty is especially hard on family life, and nowhere is this more true than in Tijuana, where the mothers have constant challenges to make ends meet, to hold their families together, to have a safe place to live, and sometimes just to feed them. Our Mothers program focuses on helping the mothers of Tijuana learn from each other how they can provide for their families, prosper, and grow. Teenagers in Tijuana frequently have to take on enormous responsibilities. Many of them must care for their siblings, or work in family businesses, or in local jobs, just so that the family can have a few basic necessities. And so, when the Tijuana Ministry arrives with its cadre of teens, they invite the local kids to have a little bit of fun. Together they make crafts, play soccer, or even catch up on some of the latest dance moves. Some of the teens have also joined us in staffing the children's program, which provides similar activities aimed at younger kids. But often, the most pressing need that these families have is for housing. Whether they work in the local street markets or in nearby maquiladora factories, the people of Tijuana usually make around $70 per week for their labor. They live in improvised dwellings with dirt floors, leaky roofs, and mold growing on the walls. They try desperately to make homes for their extended families in these dwellings, and when disaster strikes, as it often does, fires, sickness, or disability may leave them with nothing. And so, for all these reasons, the Tijuana Ministry created a separate program to build houses and provide shelter to the neediest families in the Americas. These houses are designed and their construction is supervised by professional contractors. They come to Tijuana to work with volunteer laborers from both sides of the border. Perhaps the most effective weapon in the war against poverty is education. And so, the Tijuana Ministry partners with San Eugenio Parish in Tijuana to offer education scholarships to help kids attend elementary, high school, and college classes. Many children who benefit from these scholarships also attend and help staff our other programs. And so by donating to the BASICS Scholarship Fund, you can help create pathways out of poverty. BASICS Tijuana Ministry would like to invite you to help its fight on poverty. Travel to Tijuana with us to volunteer in one of our programs and see and learn about poverty and our efforts. Come share with us in the amazing miracles of making a difference with love.